So I will be taking two variables now called as x and y, and x and y is of type int. Okay, so as you can see, I'm declaring it first and then I'm assigning the values. That is, x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 20. Okay, so don't forget to put the semicolon as it indicates it's the end of the statement. Okay, so the line ends there. So the semicolon defines that the line ends there. Okay, so and I will be printing these two numbers by adding both of this. Okay, so how do I add this? There is two ways. That is, you can directly add this like this, so it gives the same answer as of this, or else you can declare another variable called as sum. Okay, so and I will be declaring a variable called as sum, and I will be taking the sum, and the sum will hold the addition of these two numbers. Okay, so this is another way, and here instead of writing x plus y, you can just directly write the sum. So these are some of the ways you can write the variables. You can declare the variables. So let us check this output. So don't forget to save the file, and once you save the file, just run the file. For the first time, okay, for the first time, whenever you run the program, it might take some time. Okay, when you are continuing the process, like you are executing the programs, then it might be fast. So for the first time, when you open the software for the first time, it might take some time. So let us wait for that. Yes, it's getting executed. Okay, now I want sum. So where is my sum? Okay, so as you can see, the sum is here. Okay, so the sum is 30 and it is printing the sum here. Okay, so this is how we declare a variable which is of type 1. Okay, so similarly, there is another way you can also declare the variables and assign it. So how is that? So you can just minimize these two lines by declaring all the variables at the beginning. So you can just take some x and y because all of these three are of int type. So you can do one thing like this so that it can be reduced, the number of line gets reduced. Okay, so the other way is, see, you can see this x, y and everything, right? So here what you can do is you can just directly assign the value of x and y here. Okay, so in the declaration, so whenever you take this data type and you take the variable, so this process is called as declaring. Okay, declaring the variables. Okay, so this is a declaring of variables, and when you give some value for that variable, so this is called as assigning. So here we are assigning some value to a variable. So you can just assign the values to a variable at the beginning. Like while declaring the variables, you can assign some value so that number of lines gets reduced. Okay. So this gives the same output as the previous one. So I just save this program and I'm gonna run the program. So as you can see, 10 plus 10 is 20 and the output is here. Okay, so there's a small trick for your terminal also. So when you see number of lines are repeating and you're getting confused, so there is a keyword called as clear. Okay, so when you write this clear and press enter, so the previous lines will be erased. Okay, so the previous lines will be erased and you can use the terminal in a clear line. And As I said, this is one way of declaring a variable. So there is another way, which is even more reduced format of this structure. I will just teach you how is that done. Okay. So I will be declaring x, y, and z here. Okay. So once I declare x, y, z, what I will be doing is I will assign x, y, z with the number 10. So now, if I tell you to assign this x, y, z with number 10, so what is the most probable thing you will be doing? That is x is equals to 10, y is equals to 10, and z is equals to 10, right? But we can also do in this format. That is x is equals to y is equals to z equals to 10. Okay, so this is another way we can assign the values so that number of lines can be reduced, but this part should not be done in the while declaring, because see, each and every variable should be declared by using this comma. Okay, but you can't use this equals while declaring a variable. So once you declare, after declaring, you can just enter into the next line and use this equals to operator and assign whatever value you want. So this is only done if all the three variables is of same value. If all the three variables holds the same value, then you can do it. So you can just type x, y, and z. Okay, so this is how you can do the one variable to multiple declaration. So what is this process called as? This is called as one value and multiple declaration or multiple variables. So we are having one value and multiple variables. So this is all about variables.